Today, we've got a fascinating topic to dive into: how to manipulate anyone. 8 brain habits from the book Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let's clarify that this isn't about manipulation for unethical purposes. Instead, it's about understanding how these psychological triggers work, which can be both informative and even help you guard against them. So, let's get started. Reciprocity. First up, we have reciprocity. This is a simple but powerful principle. It's our natural tendency to want to give back when someone has given us something. Think about those free samples at the grocery store. They're not just there to be nice, they trigger this principle. When someone does something for us, our brains feel obligated to reciprocate. It's a fundamental part of human nature. Scarcity. Next, we have scarcity. It's the fear of missing out. Limited time offers, only 2 left, and those countdown timers on e-commerce sites are all ways scarcity is used to influence our decisions. Why does this work? Well, it's all about the psychological drive to get something valuable before it's gone. Our brains perceive scarce items as more desirable, and this can push us to take action. Authority. Moving on to authority. We tend to follow experts or people who seem to know what they're talking about. It's why uniforms, titles, and certifications matter. It's not just blind trust, it's our brains looking for shortcuts in decision-making. When we see someone as an authority figure, we're more likely to defer to their expertise, whether in a medical setting or when choosing products and services. Consistency. Consistency is another brain habit. We like to stay true to our commitments. Once we've made a public or written statement, we're more likely to follow through. This can be used in marketing, but it's also a principle that can guide us in setting and achieving our own goals. It's about aligning our actions with our previous statements because inconsistency makes us uncomfortable. Liking. Liking as a brain habit is pretty straightforward. We're more likely to say yes to people we like. It's the reason we enjoy working with friends and are drawn to people who share similar interests and values. Think about how this affects not only our social interactions, but also marketing campaigns that emphasize likability. Understanding this can make us more conscious of our own decisions and why we make them. Consensus, social proof. Consensus, or social proof, is all about looking at what others are doing before making a choice. This is why ratings, reviews, and testimonials are so influential. It's the if everyone else is doing it, it must be good mentality. We often rely on the decisions and experiences of others to guide our own choices. It's a way to reduce risk and make decisions more efficiently. Contrast. Contrast is a subtle but powerful principle. It involves presenting options in a way that influences our perception. For instance, a $1,000 product is more reasonable if it's placed next to a $5,000 product. Our brains compare and contrast, and this can lead to decisions we might not have made otherwise. It's about how the context in which something is presented can completely change our perspective. Unity. Lastly, we have unity. This is about belonging to a group and acting in line with that group. It's not just peer pressure, it's the sense of unity that makes us behave in certain ways when we feel part of a particular group. Whether it's a sports team, a workplace, or even a social club, we're driven by the desire to be part of the in-group and conform to their norms and values. Unity is a powerful force in our lives. So there you have it. The 8 brain habits from Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion. It's important to remember that these principles can be used both ethically and unethically. By understanding them, you can make more informed choices in your own life and recognize when they're being used on you. It's not about becoming a master manipulator, but a more informed decision maker. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and share it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel for more engaging content like this. Also, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them below. We'll be back soon with more exciting content. See you next time.